About 12 minutes away from the start of Day 3 of the Cleat Adelman Classic here from Miracosta College. Mike Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Matt Henson with you on SoCalCollegeSports.com's coverage of 3C2A men's basketball. It'll be Miramar and Antelope Valley in the third place game coming up.
I've always been told that it is part of my duty to be a voice for my community. And I like to think that as an attorney here at the Cochran firm, that I am doing what Mr. Cochran wanted us to do, which was to always be committed to your community and to serve your community and to fight, even when you feel like the odds are against you. And at the end of the day, justice will be served.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
Moments away from the start of the third place game here of the Miracosta tournament. The Cleat Adelman Classic. Mike Zepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Matt Henson with you on today's coverage. SoCalCollegeSports.com presents 3C2A men's basketball. Game 1 of 2 today on the docket for us. The championship game, San Diego City and Cerritos. Slated for 4 o'clock start time. But that is subject to change. Antelope Valley a little banged up today. We talked about it on yesterday's broadcast. Jeffrey Julian Payton with a bit of a hip pointer in addition to the shoulder injury that he's been nursing all season, but he's going to try and give it a go. Demarie Jones also nursing a groin injury.
Yeah, Jones with a struggle yesterday, just 6 points, and he's come back here today, and obviously with Payton laboring as well, it puts even a little more pressure on Demarie here today. And obviously O.C. Nwachukwu, Gregory Floyd, Jamar Kemp, these are the players really need to step up as well.
I expect a big game from O.C. here today, starting for Antelope Valley, O.C. Nwachukwu, Julian Payton, Sorako Fallings Jr., Gregory Floyd, and Demarie Jones. We'll get to the starters from Miramar in a moment. Antelope Valley wins the tip. They're in the gray, working right to left. Fallings with it, working against Chris Jones. It's Jones, Dallas Hopt, Dean Alston, Dakota Brown, and Ryan Michaels. Elbow jumper for Sorako Fallings, good. Get things going. That went off in the hands. Oh, it looked like it went off of Michaels.
Yeah,
or check that,
Floyd.
Blake Seitz, rather.
And then Seitz able to just pull his hand away. Nice job by Fallings on the previous possession, working off the ball, maintaining his spacing, ends up with a good look from about 12 feet.
Inbound play, Alston receives it, poked away by Fallings. O.C. Nwachukwu now back the other way. 3-on-2. Demarie has to hold it up, and you see the lateral movement just not there like it normally is for Demarie Jones. Double screen to set up. It's a great slip there by Fallings. He had a chance to put one in, unable to do so off the back iron. Hopt will bring it up, off to Jones. Jones still on the dribble, gives out to Dakota Brown. Brown with a nice showing yesterday versus the defending state champion San Diego City College Knights. Jones from deep, that's no good, rebounded by Demarie.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Miramar is maybe a little weary. They played a very fast-paced game against San Diego City yesterday. The Antelope Valley Cerritos game was a little more of a grind, and I think the Marauders might have a little advantage here in terms of freshness of legs.
Yeah, I agree. That was one tough battle, and that was a game, where San Diego City College really pulls away at the end, but the final score not indicative of how close that game actually was. Miramar put up an absolute fight.
Yeah, in it really the whole way until the final few minutes.
Yeah. It was Wonder Smith for San Diego City. Huge game. He had 36 in that one, season high for him. We'll talk about him later on this evening. 18:35 to go. O.C. Nwachukwu good on the first. Ready's the second.
Nwachukwu has his average up to 14 a game as he continues to blossom offensively as this season goes on.
Jones will bring it up off to Brown. Brown being heckled by Fallings. Over to Seitz. Seitz, short corner. This is Alston. Alston driving the lane. DeMaurier, pretty good feet there defensively. Alston has to bring it back out. 10 on the shot clock for Miramar. The Jets and the Marauders here. Third place game of the Miracosta tournament. That one blocked away by Nuachukwu. Sights in the corner from 3. Will he get a friendly roll? No. DeMaurier with his second rebound.
Great job by Nuachukwu guarding Jones. Gives him a little bit of space, but able to get back and block the shot.
That's called the bait block right there, Stoy. Floyd.
I wouldn't know anything about it at my height.
Floyd, that's a tough shot. Runner to his left, falling behind the basket. He puts it up, puts it in. 6-0 early Marauders.
Yeah, good soft touch from Floyd on that drive.
Hopped inside, kicks it out. Sights, tracks it down, stolen. Fallings Jr. with a steal. And the energy level very good early on here from the Marauders, something we did not see last night. They were really blitzed early on by Cerritos, but they made a game of it. That game came down. Final 10 seconds. Nuachukwu, long 2 off the mark. Payton trying to tap it, and you see Julian just laboring out there. Brown from 3 comes away, and that's good.
Yeah, that's a transition 3 there for Brown, and you got to pick him up. Too much space, able to knock down.
Well, Jeff, you talked about maybe the Marauders having an advantage here in terms of fresh legs, but the problem for the Marauders, they don't go very deep, and with a couple players banged up, with Jones and Payton giving it a look today. Payton to the rack, gets his own rebound, no, taps it around, it comes off to Alston. But, you know, this is a team that usually goes 9-10 deep and really only going 7 deep on the season. Kemp and DeJesus getting big minutes yesterday. Jones from 3, that one's off the mark. He's 0-2.
I think guys like DeJesus, but also Solis, who we haven't seen a lot today, Miles Wise, going to need to step up today, and they'll certainly log some more minutes in this game.
Obviously, if you're a coach, you like to have depth, but at the same time, if you're a player, you have to be ready for the opportunity. And DeJesus certainly gave some very good minutes to the Marauders yesterday, despite it being a loss. Floyd, Payton, wide open 3. No. Nuachukwu over the back, and Brown, great positioning, boxing out, forcing Osi to go over the back. Well, happy birthday to Wesley's father, Narciso, likely watching from Puerto Rico.
Well, we're happy we could give him a birthday present.
Yeah. I believe the proper translation is Feliz cumpleaños. Sights off to Jones. Brown way downtown. Yes, sir. He's 2 of 2 from beyond the arc, and he ties it up 6-0.
If my memory is right, I think he hit a shot from similar range yesterday. Maybe one of those guys who's even a little more comfortable a few feet back where he has a little more room.
Payton spins away from trouble. Over to Nuachukwu, and Nuachukwu, good hands, and puts it up and in.
Yeah, Nuachukwu is matched up with Brown, and he's able to position himself down low. And that's good recognition on Osi's part, where to be on the floor to get the best look.
Hopped, hands off. Brown has already showed his range off to Jones. Can't lose him in the corner now. It's a good job defensively. A bit of a 2-3 shell from the Marauders. Floyd with a rebound. Well, if you're Miramar, you got to make shots. Not necessarily all that great from the field right now outside of Dakota Brown. Floyd still on the dribble. Maybe got away with a carry. Gives off to Nuachukwu. Nuachukwu back to Floyd. Floyd wide open from 3. No, off the mark. Brown up ahead quickly. Jump stop. In and out. That was halfway down. Really like the play of Dakota Brown. He's fun to watch. Very fundamental. You see that play right there. It comes to a textbook jump stop. Has the defense on his heels. Puts a shot up. Can't get it to go, but very impressed.
Well, he's knocked down a couple of shots from long range, and with his speed, you're going to have to respect his ability to drive, so he'll have that shot.
And my favorite player to watch this season, Osi Nuachukwu, goes with the turn and pivot, faces up the defender, and buries it from 17 from the elbow. Osi was 6 early. Osi now in transition. Fallings looking for him. Has to get back to Payton. Payton, rhythm 3 in transition. No good. Long rebound. Bound caroms off to Osi Nuachukwu. It's a new possession for Antelope Valley. Payton off to O.C. O.C. looking to drive off the defender. Enters inside to Floyd, and Floyd with a hook shot. That one's off the mark. Hopped with a rebound. Hopped up ahead to Brown. Hits a cutting Alston, and Alston has his shot bothered by Nwachukwu, but he's able to recover, get his own rebound, and puts it up and in.
Yeah, Nwachukwu out of position defensively after going for the block, and that allowed Alston to get the rebound.
Wide open Nwachukwu, and that's just a breakdown defensively. Brown late to recover in the middle. Jones quickly back the other way. He'll put it up off the glass and get it to go. And Jeff, I believe he made a shot like that yesterday, just high degree of difficulty, but that seems to be his bread and butter.
He's going to want to penetrate whenever he can.
Yeah. Well, Antelope Valley does have trouble moving laterally on the ball, so when that defense is late to recover, you're going to have a field day inside if you can finish. You see Jones take advantage right there. Demarie Jones gives off to O.C. Under 10 on the shot clock, 7 to be exact. Still working. O.C. comes around the screen, off to Demarie Jones, 3 on the shot clock. High arcing shot, no good. Floyd with a rebound, point blank, and Floyd puts it up and in.
Floyd just beating the clock.
14-10, 12-10 to go in the first half. You are watching CCCAA men's basketball here on SoCal College Sports. Jamar Kemp, Wesley DeHazy's into the ball game on for Jones and Payton.
Ajay has also checked in.
DeHazy's with a near steal off a deflection. That's a great backdoor feed there to Giordano, but he can't finish. A couple of shots in and out. And Jeffrey, I agree with you with something that you said yesterday. The rims here very friendly on day one.
Yep.
Days 2 and 3, not so much.
Like they tightened him. Meanwhile, Jones gets beat there on the weak side, but catches a break for Antelope Valley. And, you know, hey, never hurts to get a little lucky out there sometimes.
Nwachukwu still in attack mode, looking for points 7 and 8 right here.
Well, you talked about it at the top. This is an opportunity, a necessity for O.C. Nwachukwu to really step up with a lineup that's suffering with some injury issues, and he's done exactly that here in the first half so far.
I don't know if he's as offensively potent as a player like Wonder Smith. Certainly has the upside for it, but if he's able to hone his skills, you know, he's a player that Coach Taylor just raves about. Talking to him before the game, OC's he's a better person than he is a player, and he's one heck of a player. Just in a do-it-all mode, I made the comparison a couple times this season. He reminds me of a guy like Kawhi Leonard. Good decision maker, great defender, good athlete as he bothers that shot right there, Fallings with a rebound.
Yeah, really, what doesn't he do on the court? And that's one of the things I think that's really his biggest upside.
And something that he told me today, he calls him about maybe every day of the week and says, hey, you know, can I get up some shots? Yeah. And that's so refreshing to hear. Jones back the other way off a turnover. He's going to be fouled by Demarie Jones.
No, did they call this? Oh, it is, yeah. Yeah, Jones trying to get back there and draw the charge. And, you know, with Jones on the drive there, obviously it's easy to say this with hindsight, but I'd like to see Jones really go up and challenge that shot.
Yeah.
And I think he's trying to draw the offensive foul. And, you know, I think Jones is a hard player to draw an offensive foul against, too. He's quick and great body control.
Great body control and very good at positioning his body in between what he wants to do and the defender.
course, that's easy to say, and it's a split-second decision for DeMaurier Jones, so it's not.
And DeMaurier nursing that groin injury. We talked about top of the broadcast. De Jesus in the corner gives it back to Fallings Jr.
Well, I think if you're Antelope Valley, they're off to a nice start, and I think the advantage that Antelope Valley has in this matchup is there would be no reason for them to think that they would just run away from a team like San Diego Miramar. So they're going to expect Miramar to hang around, and sometimes that can help you.
That's just a great follow by Nuachukwu. Osi off the air ball from Jamar Kemp. That almost acted like a pass.
Yeah. Well, with Jamar, you never really know. Maybe it was a pass.
It's true. I believe Osi's in double digits with 10. Jones has that pass deflected out of bounds by DeMaurier Jones. I'd like to see some good minutes here from a player like Miles Wise. And as I say that, he's up off the bench and he's checking in at the scorer's table. He's going to come on for Osi, and Osi looks a little gassed.
Well, I think Wise has seen his role shrink a little bit as this season's gone on. Sirocco Fallings really starting to log more minutes. But there's a real opportunity for Miles Wise to contribute off the bench.
Agreed. And in spot duty, I like what I see from him as a player. Decision-making needs to get a little better. Giordano way off the mark. DeMaurier Jones tracks it down for Antelope Valley.
Well, in a way, he's in the right spot because he's a good energy player. So he's a guy who can come off the bench and deliver exactly that.
At his position, you have to see him be a release as a ball handler, too, and he needs to work on that. Fallings and Peyton really the only two players that Coach Taylor has at his disposal, along with Jamar Kemp, but Jamar Kemp working from the post position. It's a tough and tall order to ask him to bring it up every time, and he's able to do so, but Kemp also nursing a bit of a groin injury.
You know, Fallings picks up the foul there, and that's unfortunate, but he's really just trying to D up on Jones, and it seemed kind of incidental contact, but I guess you have to call the whistle.
Ryan Michaels from three. Yeah, I agree. You have to at that point.
But it's kind of an unfortunate foul for Sirocco Fallings Jr., who's might have beaten Jones to the spot.
Jones, Wise, around the horn, over to De Jesus, back to Wise near side. Goes one way to his right. Oh, great pump fake inside DeMaurier Jones. That too much dribbling inside or too much passing inside. That shot off the mark from Miles.
Yeah, you got two very good looks possible in that series, and instead they end up with a contested shot.
Ajayi inside, lays it up and lays it in. We are tied up at 18 all. Assisted from Brown. Osi and Julian Payton getting ready to check in. Fallings has that one tapped away. He's fouled down low. Third team foul on the Jets from Miramar.
Hopped returning.
Jalon Tinnen also into the ball game. He's going to come on for Jamar Kemp. We are at the tail end of the preseason. As we head into conference play, we will have coverage of, I believe it's Barstow at Antelope Valley on Saturday, January 13th. Osi pulls up from the top of the key, and that's good. Osi feeling it here in the first half.
Well, again, he's working against Dakota Brown, and he's got a height advantage there. And he's been able to take advantage of it a couple of times here in this first half.
8:32 to go in the first half. And the Marauders with the 2-point lead. Giordano has it near side, back to Brown, back to Hopt, and Hopt will fire from three. That one's short. Nuachukwu flies in for the rebound, off to Julian Payton. Payton surveying the defense, can get a screen here from Jalon Tinnen, turns a corner, inside, Tinnen lays it up, he's fouled. Doesn't get it to go, but two shots coming his way, Jalon Tinnen.
Yeah, Tinnen working the pick and roll. Julian Payton, a good feed from Payton.
44% from the free throw line, so not the worst person to foul in the act if you're Miramar. First free throw up and good. Would that serve as a jinx? I guess if you're Miramar.
Reverse, yeah.
The reverse jinx.
You have to learn to use your powers for good.
With jinx power comes great responsibility. Second one off the mark. The stats hold true. Brown will bring it up here for Miramar. No look inside to Lat. Ajayi point blank lays it up.
What a great feed from Lat. The touch pass back to Ajayi.
Antelope Valley by the slimmest of leads. 21-20, 7:45 to go. Niwachukwu has been pretty much all of the offense here in the first half for the Marauders. Fallings enters into Tinnen. Tinnen going baseline, nothing there, off to DeJesus. Wesley inside, 4-footer, that's good.
Yeah, DeJesus, like you have preached for much of this season, employing the jump stop to good effect.
Finishes in traffic, soft touch, Osi with the steal. It's going to be an offensive foul.
That's nice anticipation by Niwachukwu in the passing lane, reading that pass coming from Brown, steps in for the steal. It's wiped out with the offensive foul call. So either way, ABC gets the ball back, but nice job off the ball defensively by Osi Niwachukwu.
Enter into Julian Payton. Payton working against Dallas Hop, like he pinned it on his own hip. Gets a screen from Jalon Tinnen, comes around the corner. Pump fake, shot up, no good, but he's fouled. Looked like Hop maybe got him on the arm.
Oh, man. That's a nice job by Payton there with the pump fake, able to draw the contact and get himself to the line, but he had Tinnen wide open on the pick and roll. But ultimately gets himself to the line, and that's where you want to be.
Yeah, had him wide open, but I don't think he saw it quick enough because the defense converged quickly.
Yeah, both guys went with him, so he might not have had the lane. It's a good point to make the pass.
.656 to go.
And Julian comes in an 80% foul shooter, just over 10 points a game.
Angelo Solis into the ball game for the first time today. Second free throw up and good by Julian Payton. 24-20. 6:56 to go in the first half. We're watching 3C2A men's basketball live on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Couldn't make it to today's games? That's okay. You can watch all of our games on our website at www.socalcollegesports.com or our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1.
.654 to go here in the first half out of a timeout. 4-point lead for the Marauders on top of the Jets. Jones will try to change that script, and he does. Long three-pointer for Chris Jones.
Well, we talked about with Brown, you have to respect the ability to drive, and Jones has that as well. So he's got a lot of room to get the shot off there and able to knock it down.
Talking with John Taylor before the game, Chris Jones is a player of note that they had to keep contained today. They had done so up to that point. Off on a couple, but finally connects from deep. So leaves with it at the top of the key. DeJesus, no look pass. And, well, he should have looked because he throws it out of bounds. It was intended for Niwachukwu. Marauders still with a lead, but only by one. Long shot from Jones. Rebound off to Payton. Payton, no numbers. Good transition defense here from the Jets. Near steal from Latt. Tapped out of bounds. It'll stay here.
Yeah, trying to skip it over the defense and find DeJesus, and Latt a nice job. Almost had the steal.
Wesley looking into the high post. Has to bring it back out to Julian Payton. 2-3 zone setup. Now back to a man. It's a 2-1-2. Looks like. Osi running the baseline. He'll go baseline, bring it back out. There's Payton. There's Solis. Solis inside to the short corner. Niwachukwu puts it up and in.
Yeah, Niwachukwu was really running the baseline back and forth, and he flashed open a couple of times.
Yeah.
And they finally found him, and a nice job putting it away.
That's how you attack that zone, that short corner. Tough to guard. Got to be quick to react and know where it's going. Latt kicks it out to Jones. DeJesus, good feet. That's going to be a block.
Well, that's unfortunate because DeJesus anticipated well, and I think he stumbled a little bit, and that's what really brought on the block.
I hate to see the assumption call there.
It's a really good read by Wesley defensively.
I thought so too. Story, you're exactly right. Hop drives the lane, puts it up, not in, but he's fouled.
Well, it's a couple of quick fouls now on DeJesus, I believe. And we've talked about the injuries and the questions of depth, and certainly one thing you can ill afford is foul trouble.
Demarie Jones getting ready to check in, likely going to be for Wesley DeJesus, and here comes Gregory Floyd as well. Free throw up, no good by Hop. Not going to make Dad proud.
Up to 79% foul shooter, leading scorer for San Diego Miramar on the season. Just under 13 a game.
Second free throw is good. Gets it to a 2-point deficit for the Jets. The Marauders now with possession. Demarie will enter to Nuachukwu. Cross court over to Floyd. Floyd with it on the far side, gives it up top to Nuachukwu, over to Demarie Jones. Skip pass to Nuachukwu, looking at the high post, enters into Tinnen, back to Floyd. Now Floyd had a little daylight, and he's going to fire from 18 feet off the backboard, rebounded by Demarie. Another offensive possession here for the Marauders. Shoot that. Now, I don't know if they practiced this, but this zone is wide open to be had on the far side. If you pick a spot, if you pick the bottom side player and basically fade to the corner with the wing player, you're going to have a wide open three pretty much every time until they make that adjustment. Jones will fire from 23 feet, nobody on him. I believe it's the first lead today here for the Jets, 27-26. Jones with it at the top. Nuachukwu enters in to Floyd. Quickly converged on. Back out to Kemp. And Jeffrey, this offense is really stagnated here.
Well, they got Kemp in the high post, but right now Miramar doing a good job collapsing on that.
Yeah. Well, good luck guarding Osi Nuachukwu. And Nuachukwu having himself a first half. Yesterday it was 18 points in the first half for Wonder Smith. Ended up finishing with 36, and Nuachukwu is going to have to fill that role.
Well, this, I think, is a missing piece for Antelope Valley this season. When they're in a lull offensively, having one of the step-up players, be it Demarie Jones or Osi Nuachukwu or Gregory Floyd, but someone take charge in a possession and really put the pressure on the defense. If you can get the defense back on their heels with a hard drive. Yeah. That was good recognition by Nuachukwu when they were having trouble running an offensive set, and he takes it, matters into his own hands, and gets himself to the line.
Yeah. Missed on the first free throw. Ready's the second. That went in and out. So the lead remains one here for Miramar. Ladd will bring it up. That one's stolen by Osi. Osi up ahead. Greg Floyd with the dunk. Gregory Floyd. See that one more time.
He was getting just getting a little tomahawk going there, I think. Pulled it back just a bit.
It wasn't necessarily all that clean. He's going to get some flack for that. I already know how that works. Osi Nuachukwu with another steal. Up top now. No, keep it himself. Lays it up and lays it in. And Osi spurring a quick 4-0 run. He comes up a little lame after that shot.
That's the last thing you want to see.
You wonder if he maybe turned an ankle coming down on that. Well, now 3-point lead for the Marauders. Quick timeout called here by Miramar to stop the momentum. 3:33 to go in the first half, and Jeffrey, Osi Nuachukwu doing everything.
Well, there's an opportunity for him here, and he is taking advantage fully here of an increased role, I think it's safe to say. And
Game 2 coming up tonight. 4 p.m. start time. It's slated for San Diego City College. The defending state champions will take on Cerritos College. Battle of the Pacific Coast Athletic Conference and the South Coast. South Coast South, I believe. Latt from 3, that one long, rebounded by Demarie Jones. Jones will slow things up. Let the offense get set against this zone. Kemp, they enter at the high post. Floyd had some daylight. Solis near side. Solis skip cast. Floyd, Demarie. Floyd's got to be ready to shoot that. Solis will shoot it from 3. That one long. Kemp tracks it down. Well, they reset the shot clock. Jeff, I don't think it hit the rim.
I don't think it did either.
Yeah, so
You know, Mike, Solis is matched up right now with Chris Jones. And he's got a good 6 or 7 inches. It's a very small backcourt for Miramar. And you've seen Nuachukwu take advantage of that. I see Solis perhaps work a little more in the lane, take advantage of that height advantage he has over Jones.
Nuachukwu with the lob inbound play. That one off of the mark. Hop comes away with it off of the deflection. Miramar with numbers momentarily. Caleb Giordano will drive the lane. Has that one stolen by Demarie Jones. Pocket picked.
Yeah, Floyd in the area. Hard to say. I don't know who exactly got a hand on it, but either way, nice job.
Yeah, I think it was just Demarie just swatting down.
Good. Yeah, ABC has really shown good hands defensively
They do.
this entire week.
So active defensively. Love it. Nuachukwu. That's my legs are a little tired here, Coach.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He has logged a lot of minutes, not just today, but this week.
Jones overcommits on the drive. Here comes Gregory Floyd looking for a dunk. That's going to be 2 shots coming his way.
Yeah, site saying only 1 highlight per half. You don't get to make your whole reel against us.
Yeah. Well, you're playing with fire there against a player like Gregory Floyd. He might just dunk all over you and one. But that time, only 2 free throws coming his way as the ball carried out of bounds off of the deflection, and first free throw up and good for Greg.
Floyd averaging a little over 11 a game, a 67% foul shooter.
Second one off the mark. Solis looking for a rebound. Alston comes away with it for the Jets. Chris Jones comes up, gives back to Alston from 3. That one's short. Nuachukwu lets it go out of bounds, and it will go back to the Marauders. 2:03 to go in the first half. Both teams in the bonus, 1-1. Well, day 3 of the tournament. Both teams running on fumes here. Jamar Kemp in the mid-post, shot up, no good. Falling to his left, he compensated more so to his right and was off. Kemp looking for a steal. It's Nuachukwu that'll come away with it. Nuachukwu has it poked away by Jones inside to Kemp. Kemp with a fake, lays it up, not in. Greg Floyd right there. Kemp with a rebound. He'll lay it up and lay it in.
Good job by Jamar staying with it. Eventually gets it to go.
Persistence prevails, 33-26. Under a minute 30 to go here in the first half. Sights from 3, no. Floyd with a rebound. And Jones will bring it up. Working with a 6-point advantage for Antelope Valley. Jones gets a screen there. Jones drives the lane inside, gives off to Nuachukwu, back out to Solis. Kemp, Floyd. Floyd on the dribble. Skip pass over to Demarie Jones, looking to screen off. Is Nuachukwu inside.
Great
Gregory
feed.
Floyd from Demarie Jones. Chris Jones will fire from 3. He turns around. How come nobody wants to guard me out here? I'm going to just fire this away all day.
Well, he's a 28% shooter from 3-point range, but he's knocked down 3 in a row and barely grazed the iron.
Could have fooled me off.
That's an offensive foul.
Demarie
Yep.
Jones extending, and Jones beats him to the spot.
Yeah, and that's all about the off arm right there. Jones maybe even still moving a little bit, but when you see that off arm push away a little bit, you're going to get the call against you every time. And Jones knew it.
To drive,
Demarie, that is.
to push away the defender.
To say, no, we don't want the ball anymore.
So a chance to cut into a 5-point lead for the Jets.
Maybe our most obscure movie reference of all time.
Nobody will get that.
Well, let's face it, nobody gets most of them.
Jones from 3. He's got a hot hand here in the first half. He leads the Jets in scoring. He cuts it to a 2-point deficit. Shot clock turned off.
I'll tell you, Chris Jones is doing the Michael Jordan Game 1 92 NBA Finals here. I'm expecting him to look over here and give the shrug.
Nuachukwu on the dribble. 5 seconds to go. Nuachukwu drives the lane, pulls up from 15. That's good. OC puts a cherry on top of the first half. 37-33 will go in at the half. 4-point advantage for the Marauders. You are watching 3C2A men's basketball, the Cleat Adelman Classic, live from Miracosta.
I've always been told that it is part of my duty to be a voice for my community. And I like to think that as an attorney here at the Cochran firm, that I am doing what Mr. Cochran wanted us to do, which was to always be committed to your community and to serve your community and to fight, even when you feel like the odds are against you. And at the end of the day, justice will be served.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as the wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
And spread the word, everybody. If you have friends or family that could not make it to today's games, be sure to let them know that they can watch all of our broadcasts at www.socalcollegesports.com or our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. And be sure to tweet at us at SoCal College SPO. That's SPO. If you'd like us to give a shout out to one of your favorite teams or players, we'd be more than happy to do so on air. Tweet that at us at SoCal College SPO. That's SPO. The Marauders lead the Jets 37-33. Back in a moment.
Second half set to get underway, 37-33, Antelope Valley with the 4-point lead after 20 minutes. And Michael, I expect more of the same in the second half.
Yeah, the focal point has to be O.C. Nwachukwu.
Alston drives to the hoop and lays it in, 37-35.
You can't have a lot of that defensively. That's just, they're still in the locker room. Let's hope they wake up quick.
Yeah, that's too easy.
That's too easy.
If you know.
Well, that's more of an applicable movie reference.
Jones, right of the lane, tries the interior feed to Follings, but it's knocked away. Transition opportunity, Brown going to lay it in. So Dakota Brown running the floor, quick 4-0 run to start the second half, and we're all tied up.
And Coach Taylor's going to let him play. Weak pass, that's a foul.
A lot of contact between Seitz and Jones, and Seitz going to pick up the foul. Dangerous pass. It hung in the air there for a little while, and Seitz was just a half step late getting there.
I think you got to come and get DeMarie.
Yeah, Jones is, I think it's safe to say he's clearly laboring. And
we're going to have some wholesale substitutions here. We're actually take a 30-second timeout, Coach Taylor, I think. Okay, so full timeout going to be called by Antelope Valley. Let's do the same here, and then we'll get some stats for you from the half.
Coach John Taylor burns a timeout quickly here in the second half. See if he can settle down his squad. Tied at 37, Miles Wise, Wesley DeJesus have checked in. Jones still in the game, though.
Surprising.
So no Nwachukwu on the floor right now. Wise open for three, kicks it out. Solis also in the game. On the drive, it's Wise, can't get the layup to go. Jones ahead to Brown. Brown in from the right, fans it outside. Hop passes on the three, goes down low to Alston. Alston forces one up, rimming no. Pulled down by DeMarie Jones. Jones even landed a little awkwardly, as if it's not bad enough, but he is out there fighting. Wise around to DeJesus screen.
Good screen by DeJesus.
14 on the shot clock. Offensive fouls. This going to be Solis setting the screen.
You got to come set. You can't kick out with that hip. They're going to get you every time, especially if contact's made. And Miramar, one thing we've noticed in about a game and a half here, is that Miramar knows how to sell fouls.
Jones jets into the front court, gets it back from Hop. Jones working on Wise. Shovels it back out to Alston, drives the lane again, and he's fouled on the way up. He'll head to the line for a couple of free throws.
Nice move there by Alston.
Well, Alston's been quiet, but he averages 13 a game, just under 13 a game, so he's the co-leading scorer. So he's stepping up here to start this second half, and he has a chance here to give the Jets the lead, and he does. So 38-37, one more coming for Alston. In the air, that's short. He gets his own rebound, goes glass. Alston with three the hard way. 40-37, it's a 7-0 run to start the second half. Wise has this one stolen by Alston. It's a 2-on-1. Alston goes to the left hand, can't get it to go. Jones tips it to Wise. Another steal by Hopt. Hopt driving on Wise, lays it up and in.
The wheels falling off here early in the second half, and man, Marauder's still in the locker room.
Yeah, it's a 9-0 run. Wise passes out of a double team. Baseline jumper from Fallings is good.
Good composure there from Fallings on that shot. Taking what the defense gave him. They gave him a wide open look from 15 in the short corner. He buries it, gets it back to a 3-point deficit, but the Marauders are going to have to wake up in a hurry.
Another full timeout, 17:31 to go in the game, 42-39. Miramar on top at the Cleat Adelman Classic.
I've always been told that it is part of my duty to be a voice for my community. And I like to think that as an attorney here at the Cochran firm, that I am doing what Mr. Cochran wanted us to do, which was to always be committed to your community and to serve your community and to fight, even when you feel like the odds are against you. And at the end of the day, justice will be served.
And spread the word, everybody. If you have friends or family that couldn't make it to today's games, be sure to let them know that they can watch our broadcast on our website at www.socalcollegesports.com or our YouTube channel at SoCal College Sports 1.
Miramar has the three-point lead in the ball. Alston down low, shot blocked by DeMaurier Jones. So the Marauders come back, trailing by 3. Floyd and Nwachukwu, along with Kemp, have all returned after a short stint on the bench. Nwachukwu has been key so far. He had 20 points in the first half to lead all scorers. Chris Jones, meanwhile, caught fire for San Diego Miramar. He ended the first half with 17 to lead the Jets. Fallings dancing on the dribble, the fadeaway, doesn't draw iron. Chris Jones has the rebound. He's in some trouble in the backcourt, and a whistle and a foul called. And it's going to be on Fallings. So for Fallings, that's his second. The third on Antelope Valley here early in the second half. 16:48 and counting. Skip pass ahead. Hop tries to touch one down low through the hands of Alston, so the turnover gives it back to Antelope Valley. Marauders led it by 4 at the break. Kemp over the timeline, guarded by Alston. Now Antelope Valley will set up. Shot clock at 17. Fallings drops it for Nwachukwu at the elbow. Hard drive to the glass, layup won't go, but a foul called. So Nwachukwu seemingly able to get to the front of the rim at will. And there he's able to draw the contact, and he'll head to the line. coming up, we'll have the championship. San Diego City taking on Cerritos here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Julian Payton checking in to replace Follings in the lineup for Antelope Valley. So it's Payton and Jones, along with Niwachukwu, Floyd, and Kemp on the floor for Antelope Valley. Meanwhile, the Jets counter with Jones and Brown, along with Hopt, Alston, and Seitz. Jones open for three, drives the lane, kicks it outside. Seitz gets it to Brown. Shot clock at 18. Brown checked by Jones. Lobs it into Alston, working on Payton. The turnaround, rim's no good. Kemp with the one-handed rebound. Marauders looking for the lead. Payton working around to Kemp's screen, off to Floyd. Floyd leans over the dribble. Shot clock down to 8. Now the Marauders going to have to make something happen. Jones starts to drive on Brown, gets around him, hangs in the air. The leaner is good. So Jones, that may be his first 2 points. And indeed it is. Meanwhile, quickly back the other way. The Jets continue to push the pace. A foul called on Alston. Kemp picks up the foul, and Alston will head to the line. Just gets the tail end of that replay there. And see Kemp, just a hip check there on Alston, and that'll send Dion to the line. First free throw is short again. So Alston having some struggles for the line. Well, it's one thing that Antelope Valley can say is that they haven't been hurt by giving up free throws. Cerritos was 5 of 13 from the line yesterday. Still managed to eke out the 3-point win, and Miramar is similarly having some struggles at the line today. So the Marauders have had their chances. Jones fouled on the way up, Hopt with the reach in. So it appears that the Marauders starting to right the ship after they gave up a 9-0 run to start this second half, 15-18 to go. So Jones perhaps starting to find his rhythm. Scored on the previous possession, now he's heading to the line. Had just 6 points in the game against Cerritos yesterday. This free throw rims out. And DeMaurier, normally a good free throw shooter, is struggling from the line. Missed a couple of free throws yesterday. It's a 71% foul shooter. He's got one more coming. In the air and in the basket. So Jones gets 1 out of 2. 44-42. Marauders back out in front by 2. Jones over to Seitz. Seitz splits a double team, but kicks it back out to Brown. Alston again in the low post, goes glass.
Good job by
that's Ajayi. Okay.
Ajayi.
So Ajayi has checked in and immediately asserts himself with a hoop. 44 all.
That's a good move there because you know the defense is coming over in a hurry. You just have to go up with it and not go into the teeth.
Floyd with a baseline drive, hangs in the air, forces one up, no good, and Ajayi has the rebound. Brown checked by Kemp, and he's going to go right at him, drives to the glass, missed the layup. Niwachukwu snaps down the board. He wants to run, still on the drive, still has it, pulls up left of the lane and scores.
Hoshi, what a stud. Man, look at that. In traffic, he had it poked away momentarily. He has the composure and the foresight to just recover it, put it up with touch.
Yeah, the shots, getting the shots up is helping. No surprise there. Jones spins left, kicks it outside. Brown enters into Ajayi. Back outside, Giordano passes on the 3, puts up the floater and scores.
That is textbook, and looks like Julian Payton is dinged up. Well, he had a hip issue yesterday, and you wonder if maybe he's overcompensating because it looks like he's favoring a knee.
Yeah, well, we've got the shoulder, we've got the hip, and,
yeah.
And Julian's getting beat up out here.
Yeah. Well, only a freshman, and he's still got a frame to build into. And
yeah, that's exactly my thinking. It's, you know, the game is so readily apparent, and the obvious gifts on the floor, but you know, he's going to have to build up his ability to take a little pounding.
Yeah. Well, he's coming off. He's 12 months removed from shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
Re-injured that shoulder in the game versus Mount Sac in the Compton tournament. Has not been the same player since. And you go up against a team like Cerritos last night. That's a team that's very physical defensively, and he got banged around a little bit.
Floyd has that one knocked away by Seitz.
Too high on the dribble.
Seitz still on the drive, kicks it out. Jones fakes, starts a drive, tries to skip it across, and Jones has the easy steal. So DeMaurier Jones picks it off, and we're still tied at 46.
Something you won't see in a box score. Floyd getting back on defense there and altering the shot from Jones. Jones had a hot hand in the first half. I believe he had 4 triples in that first half.
Yeah, 17.
For Miramar. Good find. You got to be ready to shoot that. Pass a little bit out there from Nochukwu, but Floyd getting back on defense. He alters the shot, and he forces Jones off of the three-point line. Or back the other way for the Marauders.
Jones with the crossover, just has to flip one up. Floyd on the offensive glass, tipped up by Kemp. That won't go. Rebound to Follings. Follings in a crowd, lays it in.
Oh, again, persistence prevails.
48-46, and Low Valley back up 2. Brown wants to drive, and Kemp going to reach in and pick up the foul.
It looks like Jamar Kemp either has a groin issue or a hip pointer.
Interesting. I think they called that on Follings, and if they did, that's his 3rd. It looked like Kemp was reaching in, but they're going to say that Follings got him with the body, I believe.
Let's see it again.
Look at the replay.
Tough call against Sirocco if that's the case.
Ajay in the lane, fouled. Heading to the line for a couple of shots.
Yeah, well, that's one where OC reaches in and the ball goes straight up, and that's going to be called for a foul pretty much every time. When it goes straight down, that's usually when you get the call your way.
Samuel Ajay averaging just under 6 points a game, but Mike, from the little bit we've seen, I like his offensive game. Working down low, and he knocks down the free throw here. He came on and hit a shot moments ago and gets himself to the line here.
He's got pretty good instincts down low. He's a great release down low. You saw the finish earlier in traffic in between 2 bigs.
One more free throw for Ajay.
Decent
and it's
touch.
Good. Yeah.
Nice finish.
Tied at 48. DeJesus working against pressure from Latt, who's checked in. Follings over the line. Angles right. That pass intercepted by Brown. Brown quickly ahead. Layup, no good, but a foul called. Lack fouled on the drive, and he'll head to the line for a couple of more free throws. Meanwhile, that's the 7th team foul against Antelope Valley, so they're already in the penalty.
I'm going to get a little critical here. Follings just needs to be better. You're already down a ball handler in Julian Payton. Probably not going to see him for the remainder of the ball game. He's already getting taped up. And Sirocco's now your primary ball handler, and you have to be a better decision maker.
First free throw, no good for Latt.
And that last turnover from Follings Jr., that's one where you have to know that the defense is coming. It's blowing back there in transition. That pass is not going to be there.
Latt gets the roll on the second one, and a turnover on the throw-in from Nuachukwu.
Careless.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly the word. If we can go SATs here, but I think you nailed it. And, OC there just...
The ball was deflected. Should be sideline out of bounds, not baseline out of bounds. What are you doing?
It'll be Michaels triggering in baseline left. Near steal, Giordano's got it. Fans it outside. Michaels open for 3, rimming no. Nuachukwu with the great box down has the rebound. 49-48, Miramar with the 1-point lead. Follings. Angles left. Now he'll try for a 3. Back iron. Long rebound tracked down by Ajay.
That's good recognition. That's better there from Follings. A little bit long on the shot.
Brown off to Latt in the weave. Giordano spins into the lane. The floater won't go. Ajay on the offensive glass. Brown passes on the 3. New shot clock here for Miramar. Michaels circles right. In a crowd, drops it for Ajay. Ajay, turnaround shot, won't go. Rims high, no good. Latt keeps it alive, another chance for Miramar, and Latt able to get the putback.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have Floyd or Kemp in the ball game. Chance for Tinnen to step up. It allows 2 offensive boards. One is a putback. Latt with a trip.
So Latt fouls Jones. It's just the 4th team foul on Miramar, 11:18 to go. And the Jets back up 3. Foulings will bring it in. No, Jones will bring it in.
He thought about it.
Another change for Miramar. Wyatt Babiak checking in for Miramar. Jones off to Tinnen. Back to Jones. Shot clock at 9. Jones in a crowd. Tries to feed it outside, and it's stolen. Latt in 1-on-2, lays it up and gets it to go, and a foul.
Pretty good job there by Latt. Like the hustle from Ossie and Jalon Tinnen. Latt maybe gets away with a little bit of a push off there, but that's a very good finish in traffic versus 2 defenders.
Yeah, I have the feeling if you go up in between 2 defenders and there's contact, you're going to get the call.
Yeah, it's got to be unbelievably blatant.
5-point lead for Miramar is their largest. Timeout on the floor, 10:55 to go. You're watching the Cleat Adelman Classic on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, L.A. County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as the wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
Miramar has outscored Antelope Valley 20-11 in the second half so far, and Latt's heading to the line for another free throw. And I think it's just been a great response here in the first 9 minutes of this second half, Michael. Miramar has come out with a little more purpose.
Yeah, better consistent energy. We've seen the energy blip up at times for the Marauders, but they're gassed, they're tired, and they're going to 8 and 9 deep with the injuries.
Solis over the timeline as they beat the press. And now they'll set up. Will the Marauders trailing by 6. It's their largest deficit today. Follings around a Tinnen screen. Out to Nuachukwu. Nuachukwu stops and pops from 10 feet. And that shot has been there all day, and Ossie hasn't missed it. 54-50. 4-point game. Michael starts a drive, pulls up, misses the shot. Solis had the rebound for a moment. Brown forces one up, no good. Same team here, Antelope Valley, going for the rebound. Tinnen and Nuachukwu. And what's the call? As the ball is going to belong to Miramar, it looks like. That's unfortunate for Antelope Valley. Another chance for Miramar here offensively. This will be their 3rd on this possession. And Miramar's ability to get on the offensive glass has been a big change here in this second half. They try to enter it into a Giants tip to DeMaurier Jones. Jones on the drive. He'll back it out, send it out up top to Nuachukwu. 10 minutes to go in the game. Miramar the 4-point lead. Jones around a Tinnen screen. Drives the lane, drops the pass off. Layup up and good.
Good finish.
Solis off the feed from Jones. 54-52. Brown gives to Haupt. Babiak. Terrific feed, Ajay with the finish. Latt The great pass. Nice offensive set
Get
from
back to him
Miramar.
right there. Shoot that.
Solis open for three. That's good.
You know, Solis has had a couple of very errant shots from deep in this tournament. And I think that's just a product of him not getting a lot of playing time recently, and he's got to get reps. But when he gets his legs under him, he's dangerous from three.
Shot missed from Lat, or I should say from Hopt. So now Antelope Valley looking for the lead. Jones, jump stop in the lane, fans it outside. Follings kicks it back out. Shot clock at 11 as Nuachukwu faces up on Brown. Drives it left, step back three for OC, short. Rebound tapped around, and Solis controls. Follings back out to Jones, and now the Marauders will look to set up once again with their own second chance. Jones circles left, fans it outside. Follings, 18-footer is good. Sirocco Follings knocks down the shot. Marauders back in the lead, 57-56. It's a 9-2 run for Antelope Valley. Den Herder. Lat starts a drive. Nuachukwu has the steal. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Follings battling Brown. He's still got it. Kicks it outside. Marauders will look to set up. 7:55 and counting to go. Antelope Valley the 1-point lead in the ball. Jones. Follings passes on the three. Down to 9 on the shot clock. Got to hurry now. Follings left around the 10-inch screen. Solis has to force one up from three. That's long. On the offensive glass, it's Jones. That one batted around, and Antelope Valley gets it back, and a timeout called. No, we're going to reset the clock. Okay. So they'll reset the shot clock. 7:29 to go in the ball game. Nip and tuck affair here, Michael.
Not a shocker. Antelope Valley seems to, it's either one of these or they're blowing somebody out. Be ready to shoot.
And a whistle comes in and a timeout. And Coach Taylor, animated, and he wants to talk to his team. And was this a 30 or a full?
I mean, I understand his frustration. Just he's going through the motions out there. You got to be ready to shoot. You come off a screen. You know, Sirocco Follings Jr., you can shoot the basketball. I've seen you do it. He gets the ball after it comes off from the top, gets it back, and he's not ready to shoot. And everybody else off the ball not doing enough. And I can only imagine how frustrated Coach Taylor can be. But, you know, it's day 3 of the tournament. You're tired. You have to battle through it. You end up in Ventura. You know, if you're lucky enough to get that far, and this is a team obviously talented enough to do it, if you get that far, guess what? You're going to be playing a lot of games over a course of a very short period of time.
Well, this has been the ethos of this team. They'll look so good for a stretch, and then other teams just have a way of responding, getting back into the game, and. But ultimately, you have to expect that when you start to play better teams. They're going to make a run at you. They're going to get back in games. And it's going to come down to maybe one possession or two in a game that ultimately tells the story.
And I think, considering the timing, that's just a great timeout from Coach Taylor, recognizing that his team's just going through the motions at that point. Don't lose a possession. You're only up by 2 in this one.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Meanwhile, Jones starts to drive. Brown pokes it away. He's got the breakaway. He'll lay it in. Dakota Brown with the fast hands, giving Miramar a 1-point lead.
I don't know if he's hurt. I mean, I know that he's hurt, but I just don't know if Demarier is pushing through with the effort that his team needs right now for them to win. And I wonder at what point do you maybe go to a guy like Wesley DeJesus or even Gregory Floyd?
Follings from the top of the key, and that one rattles home.
I'm telling you, and that's it. That's the adjustment you have to make if you're Sirocco.
Brown between the circles. Around an Alston screen. Spins into the lane, hangs in the air and scores with the left hand. Dakota Brown. Explosive on the drive. 60-59, I should say. The runner won't go for Follings. Hopt has the rebound. Miramar in transition. Hopt starts a baseline drive. Brown wide open for three. Rimming no. DeMaurier Jones has the rebound. Well, Dakota Brown shoots just 24% from long range, and obviously you look at that young man and you see that he's got potential to continue his career. And if he can develop that shot a little bit.
Nice back.
Jones with a backdoor cut, lost the handle. Alston over the timeline. And the Jets content to set up. Hopt driving on Solis, comes up shooting from 15 feet, no
That's
good.
A foul.
No foul call, loose ball, and it's kicked out of bounds going back to Antelope Valley, it looks like.
It's a foul on Hopt, and it goes off of Antelope Valley, but they give it back to the Marauders.
So perhaps it all worked out in the end.
Well, no, and it's an overrule. I believe it's going to stay with the Jets.
Well, O.C. Niwachukwu is getting ready to bring it in. And now I think he's being told the bad news. So indeed, baseline left, the ball will belong to Miramar. 5:20 to go.
That would have been the shot there, Matty. Matt Henson on technical direction.
Hopt looking for Jones, and he overthrew him. Jones going to try and save it, and does to DeMaurier Jones. Jones drives the lane, tries to leave it for Floyd, but a foul called before any shot.
Only the 15th foul.
So now Floyd will bring it in baseline right. For Antelope Valley, they trail it by 1.
Watch the lob play here.
Into Niwachukwu, right of the key. He'll shoot from 18, rimming no. Rebound pulled down by Hopt. Ahead to Lat. Now Jones, who hasn't logged a lot of minutes here in this second half at all. He led Miramar with 17 in the first half. A drive on Solis, kicks it out to Alston. They work it around Sights for 3, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, but it's going to stay with Miramar, and the Jets continue to earn second and third chances on the offensive glass. Sights will trigger it in. Jones has another steal. Jones into the front court, rifles a pass to Floyd, but it's off his hands and out of bounds.
Been a struggle here for DeMaurier. John back and forth with Alston too, and Alston, I think, trying to bait him.
Chris Jones pounds the dribble. Now he's got Floyd in the switch. Across
Travel.
the Sights.
God, what are you watching?
Spins left, layup, good. But an offensive foul.
See, no, it's a travel.
Okay, travel called. Okay.
It wasn't really a travel because they missed the first travel. At least they called the travel at some point.
So Sights with the turnover. Still a 1-point game. Niwachukwu hard drive. Jones open for 3. No good. Floyd trying to keep it alive and does. Kicks it back out to Follings. Ticking down to 4 minutes to go in a 1-point game. Follings leans over the dribble. Off to Jones. Jones circles left. Backdoor cut from Niwachukwu. Tries to leave it for Solis. Layup is up and good.
See that one more time. That was beautiful.
Brown, hard drive to the rim. Layup good and a foul. Dakota Brown.
We'll see the replay as we were looking at the other replay. That's a nice hard drive there into the teeth.
So that gives Miramar the lead, 62-61. And Brown will head to the line where he shoots 55%. That's short. Battle for the rebound, and Jones ends up with it for Antelope Valley. Guarded closely by Brown over the timeline. Niwachukwu working the baseline, reverse layup is good.
Well, if you're Miramar, that's way too easy. You can't give that player that type of room on the baseline.
Especially not that guy, Niwachukwu, approaching 30.
He's not there already.
Exactly true. Jones checked by Floyd. In a crowd, they working around the Lat. Baseline jumper is good.
Good job by Lat being ready for that pass.
Braxton Lat has delivered a nice performance off the bench today for Miramar. It's a 1-point game. Skip pass ahead to Niwachukwu. 2:51 and counting. Working the pick and roll. Floyd hangs in the air, gets one up on the rim, won't go. Tapped up, won't go. Tapped around, Floyd one more time. The follow, no good. Rebound on the floor, Solis battling Seitz, and it's Seitz who has it for Miramar.
All right, go play defense now. Great effort on the offensive boards. And
Nick Gaylor wants a timeout.
Yeah, Coach Gaylor realizing that his players also gassed here. It's day 3, Cleat Adelman Classic, 64-63. The Jets by the slimmest of margins, 2:28 to go. Back in a moment.
And spread the word, everybody. And spread the word, everybody. If you have friends or family that couldn't make it to today's game, be sure to let them know that they can watch all of our broadcasts on our website at www.socalcollegesports.com or our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. And be sure to tweet at us whether you want to give a shout-out to one of your favorite teams or players. We'd be more than happy to get that on the air for you. Tweet it at us at SoCal College SPO. That's S-P-O. Back in a moment.
.28 to go. Third place game at the Cleat Adelman Classic from Miracosta College here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. And Antelope Valley lost in a heartbreaker yesterday on a last-second 3 to Cerritos. Trying to go 2-1 for the week here.
Trying to mend the heart today.
Yeah, and see if they can win here in another nip-and-tuck battle down the stretch. And you know, this is good experience, obviously, looking ahead possibly to the postseason. They got conference play and then perhaps a postseason bid as well. And certainly performance late in close games can be so very critical. Miramar almost certainly heading in that direction.
Yeah.
Jones across to Brown. 1-3-1 zone, it looks like, for Antelope Valley. And a foul, a reach in on Floyd.
And it's 2 shots.
And that'll be the 10th team foul. So it's Jones who will head to the line. Is it Jones or Brown? It looks like Brown. Okay. So Brown at the line for 2.
Love the activity up top there by Gregory Floyd. Man, what a weapon to deploy in a 1-3-1 with him as a high man.
Yeah.
So long and athletic.
And it's not as though you don't have some quickness in that middle row as well with guys like Jones and Niwachukwu. And this team very good at pushing pace. Niwachukwu running the baseline, overthrows Jones. It's another turnover in the backcourt. Hop back out to Jones, and Miramar is going to set things up, leading by 3. Down to 2 minutes. Hopped, guarded by Solis. Works it across to Brown. He'll try for 3 and hit.
That's what you call
Dakota Brown.
It's a dagger.
4 points on that possession for Dakota Brown, and it's a 69-63 lead for Miramar. 1:36 and counting to go. And now Antelope Valley needs something pretty quickly. Solis to Niwachukwu working in the post against Chris Jones. The double team comes. Solis will try to answer for 3, rimming no.
That was the one.
Ajay has the rebound, and Miramar now can work a little clock with the 6-point lead in the ball.
Well, if it wasn't a dagger, previous 3 was definitely sharpening the knife. Brown now with the sights set.
Brown will back off. Shot clock down to 13. Now they bring the pressure. Brown steps up, gives it to Ajay. Outside, Hop. Jones working the baseline, shovels it to Lat in a crowd. Left-handed layup is good, and that may do it with under a minute to go. 71-63. Jones behind the back, hangs in the air. The leaner, no good. Nuwachukwu keeps it alive. A layup is up and good.
Nuwachukwu now up to 30 and 10 on the night, having himself a performance here on day 3.
Brown over the timeline, hard drive in a crowd, layup no good. Nuwachukwu ahead to Jones. Floyd for 3, no. Ajay continues to control the defensive glass here in the latter stages. For Miramar, under 20 seconds to go. Well, obviously, Antelope Valley, Michael, is going to have some things to work on here as they walk away from this week in the later stages. But I think you also have to give a lot of credit to Miramar and their execution this last couple of minutes, rebounding and then knocking down a couple of big shots as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about the injury bug biting Antelope Valley here. You know, this is really the 3rd week in a row. And, you know, when you have a team that doesn't really go very deep, you're not necessarily built for tournament play, playing 3 days in a row. So it's not a surprise to see Antelope Valley struggling a little bit here. Last week at the Cuyumeca tournament, this week now likely going to go 1-2 in this one. But you know, come conference time, that's where you need to make your money. And well, considering the record, and you know they're hovering around 500. In fact,
I believe they're going to be 10-10 after
yeah.
after this result if Miramar holds on here with 19 seconds to go.
10-10 going into conference play. Obviously, still right there in the thick of it for a playoff spot, but you know. This is the type of loss that isn't necessarily the worst thing. This is a character-building loss, but you'd like it to be a character-building win, and unfortunately for Antelope Valley, it doesn't look like it's going to come away that way.
You look back to last week, and it's a close one against Cerritos. Maybe a little bit of bad luck there at the end with the inadvertent whistle, certainly allowing Cerritos to get a pretty good look and give them all the credit for knocking on the shot. It was a close one here. You think about Game 3 last weekend in the tournament. That was a nip-and-tuck affair with Victor Valley.
Yeah.
And after a while, I imagine for these kids, you want to get a couple of these wins. You want to be able to close out a couple of these close wins, and I think that's what needs to happen for Antelope Valley moving forward. And we'll see how they do in conference play, and that'll start. This is the last non-conference game of the season for Antelope Valley. Hopped, holding. Quickly double team, 3 seconds to go, and a whistle comes in. "30-second timeout, and a reminder, we will have Game 2 today, the championship game in the Cleat Adelman Classic here from Miracosta College, Cerritos, San Diego City, and that's going to be a tightly contested game, I think it's safe to say, and it'll be interesting to see. We saw San Diego City against an up-tempo team in Miramar yesterday. Now they really get the opposite number. Now I think they get a team that bears a lot of resemblance to them. Long, physical team, hard defense, good rebounding team in Cerritos, and I think a team that's very much going to challenge them athletically.
They're a tough squad, and you're exactly right. Athletically, they're going to match up. I just don't know if they have a score. We saw Keyshawn Mack from 3 really lighting it up versus Antelope Valley in the semifinal last night. But they're going to need a lot more of that because there are times when Keyshawn Mack wasn't there. They didn't have anywhere to go to offensively.
Yep. Quick foul on Jones, 1.9 to go.
Foul.
Where's the offense ultimately going to come from? And obviously San Diego City doesn't have as much of that to worry about, starting with Wonder Smith. But, Cerritos one of the best defensive teams in terms of field goal percentage allowed in the 3C2A so far this season.
There's going to be 2 scripts to the game coming up later. It's either going to be a blowout, San Diego City is going to win, or it's going to be a very tightly contested matchup, and it's going to be anybody's game down the stretch.
1 out of 2 for Chris Jones. And that will make the final 72-65. Miramar pulls away late and wraps up a 3rd-place finish in the 2nd annual Cleat Adelman Classic here from Miracosta College. We'll come back, wrap things up very quickly, get you ready for the championship game, which comes up at 4 o'clock here on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
I've always been told that it is part of my duty to be a voice for my community. And I like to think that as an attorney here at the Cochran firm, that I am doing what Mr. Cochran wanted us to do, which was to always be committed to your community and to serve your community and to fight, even when you feel like the odds are against you. And at the end of the day, justice will be served.
Ram trucks are America's longest lasting pickup truck, and you can buy your Ram truck at H.W. Hunter Ram of the West, LA County's #1 Ram truck dealer. With knowledgeable truck experts, great deals, and an inventory as big as a wide open West. Choose from hundreds of pickup trucks and commercial vehicles. And you can find your Ram of the West at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Auto Mall and ramofthewest.com.
Oh, massive effort from Osinu Achukwu, 30-11 with 5 steals, a couple assists, really filling up the stat sheet. But the Marauders fall here on day 3 of the Cleat Adelman Classic, 72-65 to San Diego Miramar. And Jeffrey, looked like the Marauders just ran out of gas.
Yeah, an interesting stat. It was the Marauders who actually out-rebounded Miramar 43-31. But my experience in that second half was second and third chances for Miramar was so key, and I think that goes to your point about perhaps running out of gas a little bit for Antelope Valley with the injury trouble and having to go deeper into the roster than they normally do. Yeah. Might have ultimately told the story, but you know, for me, I think for Antelope Valley, it's disappointing to drop 2 close ones like that, but I think you have to give Miramar a very good team a lot of credit as well. Impressed with the way they pulled it together in the second half and just came out with renewed focus and were able to ultimately pull away and get the win.
Yeah, really the difference on the stat sheet, you talked about the rebounding difference in favor of Antelope Valley, but from 3 for the game, 8 of 23 for about 35% for San Diego Miramar. Antelope Valley, 1 of 12 for 8%. So that's really what they're missing there. And that one lone 3 made by Angelo Solis, and he's got to be ready to shoot a little bit more throughout the games. And well, everybody else has to be ready. They came out flat in the second half, and that's what cost them a win today. And it's all about maintaining composure and focus throughout. And you know, only time will tell. They have to grow as a team, and I expect Coach Taylor and company to right the ship as we approach conference play. But some very solid spots to build on, and some opportunities also to work on. That'll wrap it up for our coverage here of Game 1, the third place game in the books. 72-65, your final score. Miramar on top of ABC. Coming up next, the defending state champion San Diego City College Knights and the Cerritos College Falcons live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Thanks for watching, everybody.